don't do something, the system will collapse into itself.
There's a growing concern that the state's no-fault system when it comes to auto insurance just isn't sustainable, and that's even with Michigan paying some of the highest insurance rates in the country. Conservative estimates suggest as many as 1 in 5 drivers in our state don't have any auto coverage.
And the people aren't doing that because they don't want insurance. They're doing it because they can't afford it.
So in hopes of lowering insurance costs, similar bills have been introduced in both the State House and Senate that would allow drivers to opt out of paying for the current unlimited lifetime medical benefits. If House Bill 4936 becomes law, you could pay for a minimum of $250,000, all the way up to $5 million in medical coverage. You decide. You pay for what you want.
Well, the consumer gets to pick their own level of risk that they want. And hopefully that'll help drive down the cost. That's the goal here.
And saving money sounded pretty good to me. And then I met Evan Botts.
Yeah, I was really hurt really bad. I actually had if you look at this check mark right here in my head, I had a traumatic brain injury.
Evan, like many of the clients at the Lighthouse Rehabilitation Center, was involved in a car accident in 2008.
And I don't really remember too much after that. It's just what my parents have told me.
Evan is a success story thanks to costly therapies and care. His memory, social skills, and physical abilities have all improved after 3 years of hard work.
I thought I'd never be attending college again, and guess what? I'm attending college, taking pre-algebra and MC.
Mark Wilson sees them all too often, new, young clients coming through the doors at Lighthouse with serious needs.
Most of the ones that we see are automobile accidents. After a traumatic brain injury, many times you have physical, cognitive, behavioral, medical issues. You have all the issues.
It often takes time and a lot of therapy to address those issues. Wilson knows how expensive that can be. So when he hears about proposals like House Bill 4936, he gets concerned.
If we didn't have the no-fault Michigan unlimited no-fault insurance, many of these individuals would have to go bankrupt because the care is so expensive, and they have to have the care.
Wilson fears that too many Michigan drivers will opt for the least amount of medical coverage to save money now on their auto insurance. He says that $250,000 may seem like a lot until you actually need it.
A lot of times that's used up right in the hospital. Many of these individuals come from the neuro-intensive care units at these hospitals, and that's very expensive. So then the rehab there's not going to be any money for rehab or care.
Even Wilson admits that he'd love to pay less for his insurance, but knowing what he does, he thinks this is not the solution.
Unless it happens to you, you don't think about it. And hopefully it'll never happen to any of you. But when it does happen, you just thank God for the no-fault law.